There's a meeting just outside the gates of hell every morning. And they end the meeting the same way. They talk about strategy and how do we win? And at the end of the meeting, every single time, there's this summary of, if we get them asking the wrong questions, we don't really have to worry about what answers they find. I'm a dad, and I spend my working hours mostly in leadership stuff, helping leaders become better leaders and build great cultures, and whether it's in a school or a big company, a CEO or a family-owned business. And yesterday I'm sitting down with the CEO, and we were talking about kind of this idea that we got to figure out what the most important questions are. And whether you're a leader of a company or of a school or of yourself or in your community or in your family, we have to figure out what are some of the most important questions, because if we chase the wrong questions, it doesn't really matter what answers we end up finding. Two of the most important are, who are you becoming? And who are you helping the people around you to become? And I challenge you, I encourage you to spend a little time with those two questions and just get at least one answer to each question. The question of, who are you becoming? I meet you a week from now, you'll be better at what? A week from now, this week, you're working on becoming better at what? Or more consistent at what? For example, it might be just focused, having clarity in your day. It might be having energy in your day. It might be getting rid of clutter or distractions in your day. It might be confronting something that you've been trying really hard not to confront. But who are you becoming? Just pick one answer. And then you're a parent, let's say. I'm a dad. I have two daughters. Pick one of the people who you have some influence in their life. And I want you to answer the same question. The question is, if you could help them make progress in just one area this week, what is it? Don't complicate this. My friend loved to tell that story that, right outside the gates of hell, there's this meeting every morning. And I think it's so real in our lives that if we chase mediocre questions, we end up, it doesn't matter what, we get mediocre answers. Who are you becoming? Who are you helping the people around you to become?